Are you lifting too heavy or too light to build muscle? Is 5 reps really better than 12 reps for natural growth? Or have you been training in the wrong range this whole time? Most lifters walk into the gym, pick a number of reps, and never question it. But here's the truth. Most people train in the wrong rep range for natural muscle growth, and that mistake alone can slow results for years. It's not about one magic number. It's not about copying someone else's routine. It's about understanding how natural muscles actually grow and choosing the rep ranges that work with your biology, not against it. This video is for natural, drug-free lifters, especially beginners and intermediates who want clear answers, not confusion. If you've ever wondered whether you should lift heavier, do more reps, or change your rep range entirely, you're in the right place. There's no bro science here, and no extreme advice. It's just a simple, science-based explanation of how rep ranges actually affect muscle growth for natural lifters. By the end of this video, you'll have clear rules you can apply to Dana. Guessing, no overthinking, because at the end of the day, the best rep range is the one that builds muscle, not ego. Rep range is often misunderstood. Most people think reps are just a number, but in reality, reps determine how long your muscle stays under tension. That time under tension, combined with effort, is what signals your body to grow. Muscle growth doesn't respond to a specific rep count. It responds to mechanical tension, the force your muscles produce against resistance and effort close to failure. Whether you're doing 6 reps or 15 reps, the muscle only adapts when it's forced to work hard enough to challenge its current capacity. This is why 2 people can use the same rep range and get completely different results. One stops far from failure, feeling comfortable. The other pushes close to muscular failure, creating real stimulus. Same reps, very different outcomes. Rep range is best viewed as a tool, not a rule. Different ranges change how tension, fatigue, and recovery are managed, but none of them work without sufficient effort. Light weights with low effort won't build muscle. Heavy weights with poor control won't either. For natural lifters, the goal is to choose rep ranges that allow you to apply consistent tension, maintain good form, and push close enough to failure to force adaptation. When effort is right, multiple rep ranges can build muscle effectively. Low rep training, typically 1 to 5 reps per set ease, excellent for building strength. Lifting heavy weights creates very high mechanical tension, which is one of the key drivers of muscle growth. This is why powerlifters get strong quickly and why heavy compounds feel so demanding. For natural lifters, low reps have clear benefits but also clear limits. On the positive side, low reps improve neural efficiency. You learn to recruit more muscle fibers and produce more force. This strength gain can later support muscle growth when used in higher rep ranges. However, the downsides matter. Heavy low rep training creates high fatigue, especially for the nervous system. Recovery takes longer, which limits how often you can train effectively. There's also increased joint and connective tissue stress, particularly if form breaks down under maximal loads. Another issue is limited volume. Hypertrophy responds well to sufficient total work. It's very low reps. It's harder to accumulate enough quality volume without overloading recovery. Verdict: low reps are great for building strength and should be part of a balanced program, but relying on them alone is not ideal for muscle growth, especially for natural lifters. Use them strategically, not exclusively. For natural lifters, the 6 to 12 rep range is often considered the sweet spot for muscle growth, and for good reason. This range provides the best overall balance between mechanical tension, training volume, and recovery, which are the 3 pillars of hypertrophy. With moderate reps, the weight is heavy enough to create strong tension in the muscle, but not so heavy that form breaks down or joints take excessive stress. This allows you to perform controlled reps, maintain good technique, and keep tension exactly where it belongs in the muscle. Another major advantage is volume efficiency. The 6 to 12 range, it's easier to accumulate enough quality sets and reps to stimulate growth without overwhelming your recovery. You can train consistently, week after week, which is critical for natural progress. This rep range is also easy to progress. Adding 1 rep, improving control, or increasing weight slightly is realistic and sustainable. Over time, these small improvements compound into visible muscle growth. Finally, moderate reps are generally safer for joints, making them ideal for long-term training without burnout or injury. That's why this range works so well for naturals. This is where most natural muscle is built. High rep training, 13 to 20 reps or more often, gets dismissed as endurance work, but that's a mistake. High reps can absolutely build muscle when used correctly, especially for natural lifters. One major advantage is reduced joint stress. Lighter weights place less strain on joints and connective tissue, making high reps a safer option for long-term training. This is especially useful for lifters dealing with joint pain or recovering from heavy compound work. High reps are also excellent for isolation exercises. It's movements like lateral raises, leg curls, triceps pushdowns, and cable flies respond well to higher reps because they keep constant tension on the target muscle without requiring heavy loads. The challenge with high reps is effort. It's harder to push close to true muscular failure when sets are long and uncomfortable. Many lifters stop early due to the burn rather than actual muscle fatigue. When that happens, the growth stimulus is reduced. However, when high rep sets are taken close to failure with good control, they can be just as effective as lower reps for hypertrophy. The key is focus, control, and intent. High reps aren't useless, they're a tool. Used correctly, they complement moderate and low reps perfectly. Looks like you're moving step by step through the video sections. The next part, completed in the same style and quality, so your 10-minute video flows perfectly. Many lifters obsess over finding the perfect rep range, but the real driver of muscle growth is effort. Reps alone don't build muscle, challenging the muscle does. Muscle growth happens when sets are taken close to muscular failure. That's the point where the muscle is forced to recruit more fibers to keep moving the weight. Whether you're doing 8 reps or 15 reps, if the set is easy, the growth signal is weak. This is why rep ranges can be misleading. 8 reps done comfortably equals low stimulus. 15 reps pushed near failure equals strong stimulus. For natural lifters, learning to train with the right effort is more important than chasing heavy weights or extreme rep counts. You don't need to fail every set, but you should regularly finish sets with 1 to 3 reps left in reserve. Without sufficient effort, even the best rep range won't work. With proper effort, multiple rep ranges can build muscle effectively. The takeaway is simple. Rep ranges guide structure, but effort drives adaptation. Train with intent. Push close to failure. That's where real natural growth happens. Using rep ranges correctly is about matching the tool to the job. Different exercises place different demands on your body, joints, and recovery. So a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work, especially for natural lifters. For compound lifts like squats, presses, rows, and deadlifts, a range of 5 to 8 or 6 to 10 reps works best. These movements involve multiple joints and heavy loads. Slightly lower reps allow you to generate high tension while keeping technique solid and fatigue manageable. Pushing compounds too high in reps often leads to form breakdown before the muscle is fully stimulated. When your main goal is hypertrophy, the 8 to 12 rep range is ideal. This range balances tension, volume, and recovery, making it easier to train close to failure with good control. It's also the most practical range for consistent progression week to week. For isolation and accessory exercises, 12 to 20 reps shine. These movements target smaller muscles and are easier on the joints with lighter weights. Higher reps keep constant tension on the muscle and reduce injury risk. The key is flexibility. Rotate rep ranges based on the exercise, track performance, and aim for gradual improvement. When rep ranges match the movement, progress becomes smoother and muscle growth follows naturally.